Well, I'm going to try and maintain my composure the best I can on this podcast today. I really am. Because the world that we live in right now is getting more and more bonkers as the days go by. Makes you want to pack up all your shit and leave the UK completely, doesn't it? And just disappear off to an island somewhere and live like a caveman. You probably get more peace and more sanity than the world that we live in right now. But anyway, I'm here. Back for another episode. This should be an interesting one as well. It's going to be fun. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day. Once again, as I always say every week, whatever time of the day that you're listening to me here on the Moore Army podcast, welcome back to another episode. Hope you are all doing well out there. And going straight off the bat, right from the very start, guys, I just want to say sorry for last week's episode. Thursday, I was in the middle of recording a podcast. I put a video out on social media explaining it. And then those horrible attacks happened in Manchester, so I stopped the podcast halfway through because it was in the middle of recording it when it happened. And then I did re-record the episode on Friday. But after going through it and editing it and getting ready to put it out, I thought, if I put that episode out, I'm going to get banned from Spotify, Apple Podcast, the YouTube channel. Everywhere is going to ban me for what I said, and that because I pretty much was a little bit annoyed and pissed off at certain individuals in our wonderful, lovely government. And I know this is Unleashed, guys, and I know you're probably thinking, but Matthew, you've been on rants before, but yeah, that episode on Friday would not be released anywhere. Maybe 25 years ago, not now. Because there'd be some creepy, weird, wokey, lefty Looney Tune who would try and get everything in their power to get me shut down. Because they still do to this day. And I do get a lot of them contact me all the time, which I just ignore because they're pricks, as I say it to you every week. But yeah, I've took myself away for the weekend. I calmed myself down, and then I saw more stuff happening with people in very overprivileged positions. And yeah. What they've been saying over the last few days has made me think to myself, what type of United Kingdom do we live in? Where the higher privileged, lefty, rich, woke, overprivileged, snooty, snobby people can look down their nose at us and get away with murder, while us little common people get shit on and we can't even defend ourselves or say anything at all back because we either get arrested or put in jail or we get in trouble for it. But I've been calling this world for 20 years now. And people used to laugh at me. But anyway, more on that shortly. Welcome back to the Moore Army podcast, guys. I just sat here this morning with you're going to laugh when I tell you, this is my third coffee this morning. I've just literally sat down here with it. Yeah, because I'm very, very tired this morning. And I've a busy day ahead of me today. Before I put this podcast out, probably around about lunchtime, excuse me, I take a slip of my third coffee. I know, third coffee. I'm going to full of caffeine all day today. Damn good coffee. Nescafe, you can't beat it. But anyway, welcome back to the podcast for another episode, guys. I'm going to try and get through as much as I can today, as quick as possible, because I've got a lot on today. And then I'm heading out this afternoon before I head off to football tonight. I'm going to record a vlog today where I'm going to be heading down to the North Down, Argent North Down Borough Council Museum. I'm going to head down there for a look around. I haven't been down there since, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And I'm going to do a wee vlog down there today because I'm going to start showing more of the town in the vlogs. So, because a lot of people are enjoying that at the minute, so they are. So I'm heading down there this afternoon, but more on that later, guys. But yes, guys, welcome back to the Moore Army podcast. If you're listening to this for the first time today, hello. Probably because of the title of the vlog of the podcast, you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to us on Spotify. I don't know, but anyway, welcome to the RG Bargy of the Moore Army podcast, Unleashed. Yep, Unleashed, and this is why I sort of stepped over the line last week with the Unleashed. Say I would get kicked off the air. Anyway, yes, guys, if you're new to the podcast for the first time or you're a regular listener, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you'd like to get in touch with us here on the podcast, you can certainly do it by the following methods. The email address, which you can contact us and send us any questions or any requests or anything you want to hear or hear or talk about on the podcast. It's moorarmypodcast@yahoo.com. The social media pages are the Facebook page, the Moore Army YouTube channel Facebook page, or my Instagram, official Matthew Moore, on there as well. And also, guys, before we go any further, if you're watching this here on YouTube today and you're listening to this podcast, drop a like in this video and also subscribe below. If you're watching it, all the links for everything I'm talking about right now is in the description. And if you want to go and check out our Moore Army merchandise stand, I like to call it, people say store, but I say stand. It's like a merch stand. Merchandise store then. For all your great Moore Army t-shirts, hoodies, kiddies t-shirts, kiddies hoodies, you name it, we've got it. Mugs, Christmas, we've got some Christmas stuff on the shelf early, as in Christmas t-shirts, Christmas mugs, etc., etc. If you're listening to us on YouTube, the link's first in the description. Go to our social media pages, you'll see all the links on there as well. And also, finally, before we go any further today, our good friends and partners of the Moore Army, FTBL Spot. For all your football needs, whether it be mystery shirt in the box, classic football shirts, football boots, etc., go to our good friends at FTBL Spot. If you go onto our social media pages, you'll find them on there. Or if you do go to their social media pages, which all the links for in the description if you're watching here on YouTube today, go to their website, contact them through there or their social media and quote them. You have to quote the words Moore Army. They will then send you a discount code to put in at the checkout, and you will get great discounts at the checkout of your purchase. And I mean, you will get some great discounts, guys, if you quote Moore Army. So there you go. FTBL Spot, they are good stuff. Some really good, some classic shirts on there, like really good classic football shirts, and I love the boots too. Anyway, what have I got for you today? Well, what have I been up to, first of all, since I spoke to you last Tuesday, a week ago? It's been a bit of a bedlam week, so it has. I've been quite busy, quite a lot, guys, between, oh my goodness me, I just haven't stopped the whole bloody week. And then the weekend was even just more bedlam. So it was, what a week. We had Storm Amy. A lot of you guys were sending me some links to videos and stuff like that for the YouTube channel, which I want to go on record here to say thank you to you guys, because you were sending me a load of stuff. Links on X, links on Instagram, Facebook. Matthew, look at that video down south. That video in your area. Looking over in Scotland. Look at this, look at that. So guys, thank you very much. We had Storm Amy, which was mental. Absolute in some parts of Northern Ireland. A football game I was supposed to go to on Friday night was called off because of it. But thankfully it calmed down by the weekend, and I got the game at the weekend. A local game, Bangor versus Coleraine. I got to see Coleraine for the third time this year. Thank you everybody who come up and said hello at the game. I wanted to say hi and hang out and stuff like that. It was nice to meet you all on Saturday. But Storm Amy happened. It was a bit crazy, so it was, and there was a lot of damage done across. Obviously, it hit England after it hit Scotland and Ireland, first of all, or Northern Ireland and Ireland. Bit of a crazy one, but thankfully it's gone now, and it's moved on. So there you go. But we had Storm Amy this week as well. Oh, what a week. What a week. I had a great night on Saturday night. I was out at the football on Saturday. I went out and met some good people on Saturday night, and I had a great crack. I talked about that in Sunday's vlog, where I showed you some wee things that I brought home with me from my night out. Had a brilliant night out, so I did on Saturday night, just down at a local friend's house, hanging out. A few beers, hung out, listened to old good music, and just met new people. I had an absolute ball, so it was good crack. But yeah, guys, it's been a pretty busy week since the last time I spoke to you. I haven't stopped all this week again. I'm obviously constantly busy again, but I'm trying my best to get as much out there. And I also made an announcement last week as well about, I talked about it on the podcast last week, about the expansion of the Moore Army. Well, I'm in the middle of doing the graphics and all the bits and bobs for the banners and all for the Moore Army gaming channel. And also we want to try and set up a reaction channel as well. I've been doing some private tests for recording and stuff like that for gaming. So, yep, it's definitely coming, guys. It's 100% coming. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely coming. So, the Mirror Army Gaming's coming, and also the Mirror Army Reaction channel. So, and I got some really good vlogs coming up this week as well. So, that's pretty much what I've been up to the last week or so, guys. But what the hell is going on in the UK? Like, seriously, now, a lot of you, I'm obviously going to get a lot of fucking hate for this. I'm trying to maintain my composure here. I get a lot of people saying to me, "Oh, I'm far right, and I'm this, and I'm that," from all these lefty loonies, and "Oh, I support this one and I support that one." Look, listen, I'm going to tell this one more time before I go into some of the subjects today, which really caught me off guard. Listen, I will watch whatever I want. I will support whoever I want. I will agree with whatever I want, and if you Looney Tunes out there don't like it, then do me a favour, piss off. You can send all your hate lefty emails all you want, and all your crap saying, "Oh, you're supporting this one and you follow that one, you're far right." No. Well, clearly it's getting on your tits because it's coming out of your day to sit there and write fake emails. No, clearly you need medicated and you need help. So in future, if you want to keep sending me emails like that and whatever else, because there's two or three individuals who I know who they are, and they're constantly doing it. So then I'm going to have to get a wee investigation opened up into trying to find out exactly and prove who you are, so I can name and shame you publicly. Because there's two or three individuals who are constantly emailing and setting up fake accounts and making false accusations and saying I'm far right and I'm this and I'm that because of the opinions I have on this podcast, or who I support, or who I watch, or who I watch, what I do, or who I go and watch, or whatever. Look, listen, we live in a world right now which is completely fucked up as it is, and people like you are making it fucking worse by going out and trolling people. Because I see your Twitter accounts, I see your social media pages, because I know who you are. And I've been gathering information about you morons for about, 6-7 years, because you just don't like who I am and what I support, and you call me far right, and you call me this and that, and then you make fake emails, and you make fake Twitter accounts, and you make this and that's fine. But what I saw the other day, now, I've always had an open opinion about this. Whenever you come in into the UK or Ireland, Northern Ireland, if you come into this country as hard-working people, whatever else, and you come in and make society better, that's fine. But when you're coming into this country and you're becoming a savage, disgusting, evil, vindictive bastard who wants to go out and kill innocent women, kill innocent children, and obviously this is the subject we want to talk about now, innocent men, because that's just the way you are. There's more of these things happening every single fucking week in, week out. You turn on the telly, all you see is these people coming in and they're going ballistic. And if you stand up to them and say, "No, I'm sorry, this is not right. Why are these people doing this? They're undocumented, they're this, they're that." And then if we say that, then we're racist, or we are evil, far-right extremists. No, I'm sorry. It's getting worse now. And for what I saw in Manchester the other day was absolutely disgusting. Those Jewish people got killed for no reason. And it made me sick to my stomach when I saw it. Now, I saw obviously when it happened, and they put some of the video online, parts of it was blurred out and stuff, but I saw the full video of it on X. Men lying in the road, stabbed to death while this guy's running around. People were saying it was a bomb attached to him, whatever else, but I don't know. I'd say, I'm trying to pronounce this word correctly, a synagogue, which is part of the Jewish community. Now, the man who done this, he's 35-year-old. He was on police bail for alleged rape and carried out the stabbing in Manchester last Thursday. And the counter-terrorism police have made a statement on all platforms stating that he may be influenced by extreme Islam ideology. Islamic, as in suicide bombers, killers, whatever else. Guys, I don't have a problem with religion, you are. I've said this 100 times, I don't give a shit what you believe in. Whether you're a black guy, a white guy, you're Jewish, whatever whatever religion you are, that's fine. That's your upbringing. That's your beliefs, not there. But if people come to me and try and force it onto me and say you must believe in this or must believe in that, I'm going to turn around and say to you, well, I'm sorry, that's not my beliefs. So because I don't agree with you, then I should be cancelled and locked up and put in jail. And no, doesn't work that way. But because these men, and I'm going to say that again, men come into this country and are doing all this, for what I seen in Manchester was absolutely horrendous. Now, I know a Jewish fella from Belfast, and I sent him a message last Saturday, I think it was, morning, on social media, and just to see how he felt about it all. And he said he feels unsafe living in the UK now. And I says, why is that? He says, look what happened on Thursday. We've been living in fear for so long now. And I go, really? And he's like, yeah. He says it's just getting worse. Not just our religion. Even you in your own country, Matthew, you should be scared because of these people coming in who are just literally are going to take over and literally kill all around them and don't give a shit about what they're doing. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, fucking hell. And I'm like, what do you think is going to happen? He says, unless you change your government in the mainland and change your government here in Northern Ireland, then it's never going to fucking change. Because it's all about control, it's all about money, it's all about everything else. And to be honest with you guys, I could go on and on and on about it all day, which I'm not going to. Because I'm trying to maintain my composure compared to what I recorded last Friday's podcast, where I lost my shit and I blew my lid. Because this is getting worse. And I am fearful for the next generation. And I know there's going to be some out there now going, oh, he's being racist again. No, I'm being a fucking realist. Listen to me. I'm worried about my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. Now, there's people coming in illegally into the country who are legitimately want to work, want to get away from a war zone, whatever else. And that's fine. They want to get away from it and create a life where they want to do better for themselves and contribute towards the economy and whatever else. That's fine, because it's the other way around as well. Whenever people from the UK emigrate to America or Australia or whatever, they're going into the country, they're doing things. But when they're coming in and they're trained men who are going to come in and just literally do what the fuck they want. They're going to stab people, they're going to shoot people, they're going to rape wee girls, they're going to rape women, they're going to fucking kill people like they did in Manchester the other day. And if we stand up to it and go, no, we're not taking this shit no more, we're going to get in trouble for it. I'm sorry, I don't think so. And because the UK now, especially the mainland, are standing up to this now crap, and they're showing solidarity by putting up their Union flags and their St. George's crosses and all, now some of these wokey fucking mainstream media channels are saying, oh, no, they're far-right extremists. No, they're not. They're standing up for their country. You should be proud of your country, no matter where you are. Your flag is your representation of your country. Here in Northern Ireland, we're proud of the Northern Ireland flag. Southern Ireland is proud of their tricolour flag, their green, white and gold flag. It's their country flag. They should be proud of it. Scotland's proud of theirs. Wales is obviously proud of their flag. England's I don't know why England's proud of it now, because they're not allowed to be, because apparently if you put a flag up now, you're a fucking racist. You know what I mean? People are standing up and stop being proud. America, for example, when they're out and you walk past houses in America, you see flags in the garden, they're proud of their country. You know, they're so proud and happy. And, you know, if you believe in your country now, you're a racist. Or you're a far-right extremist. No, I'm sorry. No, enough's enough. This needs to stop. And another thing as well, guys, moving away from that Manchester thing, from what I heard, the comments of that fucking prick Gary Neville, 3 days ago, saying, "Oh, these are middle-aged men, far-right extremists putting up flags and blah 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 blah." I'm sorry, Gary. Hold on a second, son. You used to play for your fucking country when you played football. You wore the 3 lions on your shirt when you played for England, and now because you're an overprivileged little prick who lives in his fucking big mansion in Cheshire, you think now you can get away with saying that, oh, it's far right, and all, blah, blah, blah. Well, it sounds to me like you're turning into a bit of a fucking lefty moron, Mr. Neville. Sorry for ranting, guys, but when I saw them comments from Gary Neville, now, when Gary Neville was a football player, I would say he was a successful player. Yeah, he played for Manchester United, he won the European Cup, he won the Premier League, the FA Cup, won trophies, played for England in the Euros, played for England in the World Cup and all. But he's turned into another Gary Lineker. A far left, fucking overprivileged little. I know anything too as well. Could he be up David Beckham's ass anymore? He said he put this video up the other day where he was walking around and he said he saw these flags in some of the buildings in Manchester where it's like building sites and all. Men standing up for the country, being proud of their union flag and all. And he took them down. A guy who represented his country. And now he's out making these fucking stupid comments. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but if you're in a position that he's in, working for the biggest sporting broadcaster probably in the world, Sky Sports, I'm sorry, but do they not have social media policies where if you break those policies, then you're fucked? Because us working class people, Mr. Neville, who now go into a job, it's part of a policy now that you are not allowed to speak ill of your employer or do certain actions while you're on social media as long as you're employed by the company. Now, I'm not saying you can't comment or post or whatever, but when you go on to the point where you start going down the lines of a racism or you're bad representing their company by mentioning them or whatever, they can sack your ass on the spot. But again, Mr. Neville, now from what I was reading this morning before I come on the air was that apparently Sky Sports are actually considering. Let's have a look here and see where's that we post I saw this morning. I'm trying to find it here, guys, before I go on here. Sorry, it must have been on social media. I can't remember. It says they're considering taking them off air. That's what it is until this fully investigated. Now, a lot of you United supporters out there will probably contact me and say, "Well, hold on a second, Matthew. Look what happened to Jimmy Carragher that time when he spat in that person out the car window. He should have been sacked. I agree, he should have been. Spitting on someone is not nice. But when Gary Neville went to the point now with what he done, now if you haven't saw the video, it's out there all over social media. There's been polls put out by news stations, podcasters, you name it, and they're all saying, should Gary Neville be sacked? And they're like 95, 98, 97% are all saying, hell yeah, sack his ass, kick his ass to the curb. You know what I mean? He's became this overprivileged little prick now because he has all these millions and he's this big hotel and all, and he's got all these properties and all. He thinks he is somebody, and he's going to look down his nose at us working class people because, you know, they're wanting to be proud of their country, the country that he represented when he played in his initial career in football. The country that he played for the flag, he played for the St. George's Cross, the Union flag. He played at World Cups, European Championships. He represented England and the UK and Champions Leagues and Europa Leagues, whatever it was at the time, UEFA Cups and all. You know, and what is going on with the UK, guys? Seriously, the UK is going ballistic. And not even just that there, down south in Ireland as well. And I see a lot of Irish ones standing up for themselves as well. And you know something? Good on them. Good on them. Especially in Dublin. I've seen a load of videos over the last few weeks of people standing up for their country and saying enough's enough. We've had enough of this crap. Government's lying to us, not telling us the truth, doing anything they can to get us voting in. And you can say about Matthew, the governments have been corrupt for years. And I understand they have been. We all know they have been over the years. The amount of bullshit we've been fed over the years, especially here in Northern Ireland over the time of the Troubles and stuff like that. The amount of bullshit we were fed over the years from I call it the circus on top of the hill, Stormont. You know, and all the crap's gone all up our at the minute as well, with the whole Irish language crap and all the bullshit going on. They're all fighting amongst themselves. And as I said, you know, you'd be best just packing your shit up and just disappearing to a wee island somewhere and just setting up base for life and just living there. At least you get peace and quiet and you don't have all the bullshit. And this is, again, guys, another reason why I said on my podcast, was it last week or the week before, that I just considered deleting all of social media just to get all that toxicity and all that crap out of my life and just focus on making videos and having fun and doing a podcast. And then maybe just go on to a couple of news sources now and again, reliable news sources, by the way, and find a bit of news and just talking about it on the podcast and telling stories. Because the crap that we see in this world right now is just getting out of fucking hand. And I'm sorry, I'm trying my hardest to bite my tongue today, guys, because I don't want to get kicked off the air. But from what I've seen happening in Manchester the last few days, and that Gary Neville stuff and all the other stuff that's been going on over the weekend, and here's the thing that made me sick. Sorry to go back about the Manchester thing as well. People in the street celebrating what happened in Manchester on Thursday. I'm sorry. People who go out there and celebrate the death of someone, the execution of someone, like, for example, Charlie Kirk a few weeks ago, you are sick individuals who need a straitjacket and locked up in a padded cell. Now, I always see the word as hate is a very strong word. And I only really, truly in my heart, hate maybe one or two people in this world. So it is. Now, when I say hate, I don't mean like fully I want them to go and fucking die or whatever else. I wouldn't think that. I just have a very disliking of them. Because anything that I've ever had in my life, all the hatred I've had or all the disfeeling towards people known in the past, whether it be, an ex-partners or ex-friends or whatever, I've just let that all go. That's gone. Like, I don't let any of that annoy me anymore. Because life's too short. But when people are out there deliberately spewing hatred and celebrating people getting killed, they have wives and children, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, kids of their own, whatever. And you're out there going, yeah, look at this. And they're celebrating, and half of them are out there celebrating, and they don't even know what the fuck they're celebrating. Like all these pro-Palestine this and pro-that, and blah, 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 blah. And half of them don't even know what the fuck they're celebrating. They're just jumping on an internet bandwagon. But like that wee Windelicker fucking Greta Thunberg as well. She's another one too. It's like jump on the next bandwagon. This is why, and this is where, again, I'm just going to say this, and I thought I'd never see the day of this. As much as he annoys me sometimes, and he's my brother and I love him to bits, but my brother is right. Social media is a toxic cesspit, and it needs to go. Sometimes because the shit that you see on there now is absolutely horrendous. But that's just me going off the rails again and ranting on again even more. But the point is, the UK is going, and Ireland is going, well, that's from Ireland, I look at now and again, but England, Scotland, Wales, and all that, it's getting worse. The UK is going fucking mad. It really is going mad. And I was watching the thing the other day over the weekend there on my phone. And it was about this new party coming in trying to take over and all reform. We're going to stop this, we're going to stop that, blah, blah, blah. Are they going to be another party that's going to come in and say all that shit, and then as soon as they get the power, they're not going to do anything again? The stuff that's going on at the minute behind the scenes in the UK government, and obviously all the other stuff that's going on, is just... It makes me physically sick sometimes, and that's why I try and avoid it at all costs. But it's getting worse, guys. And for what I saw in Manchester the other day, and then that twat Gary Neville ranting the Raven, it makes me say to myself, "What the fuck?" Like Gary Neville, I don't want to say the wrong thing and get myself kicked off the air. I'm just going to move on because. At the end of the day, guys, the world is getting fucking worse. It really is getting worse. Oh, what to do, eh? But anyway, yes, some positive news. We were talking about this here a lot of weeks ago whenever me and Lewis were heading off to London. And we were talking about this a few weeks ago again about this phone gang going around on e-scooters, electric bikes and stuff like that across the UK, especially in London. Apparently, these gangs have been caught over one iPhone that led police to a gang suspect of sending over 40,000 stolen phones to China. And a lot of these gangs have been busted, and there's been a lot of body cam footage appeared online over the last 2 or 3 days of these gangs being clamped down in the UK. These mobile phone stealing gangs, like going around, like Mr. Mayor of London, that wee fucking weasel, sure I told you guys, put stickers on the grounds all around London and all around the place saying, watch, your phone could be stolen, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently the Met Police now have had this operation put into place now, and they have shut down a few of these gangs already, which is great news. I read some SB statements from here this morning. Police said they have dismantled an international gang of suspect in smuggling up to 40,000 stolen mobile phones from the UK to China in the past few weeks, especially. Metropolitan Police said the UK's largest ever operation against phone thefts. 18 suspects have been arrested and more than 2,000 stolen devices have been recovered this past month. The gang could be responsible for exporting up to half of all the phones stolen in London, where most mobile phones are taken in. 93% of the phones in the UK are stolen are from London. Apparently these were being sent off to China illegally, and the police now have a crackdown and all these gangs are being stopped. Great. Happy days. Thank fuck you're doing something. Thank God. Because when I announced that, guys, one or two of you sent me an email saying you were going to London and you're feeling a bit terrified, so you can breathe a little bit easier. So you can. Because at the end of the day, they've clamped down now on these gangs, which is great to see. 40,000 stolen phones. That's fucking crazy. Guys, I haven't spoken about this guy in the podcast. I don't think I have spoken about him in the podcast. P. Diddy, or Diddy, whatever you want to call him, or Puff Daddy, as he was called back in the day, was sentenced to a very long jail term, 50 months in jail, for all the crimes that he committed, which we're not going to get into. But his management team had the balls to apparently ask Donald Trump for a presidential pardon from him going to jail, and apparently he was told no. Yeah, some balls in these celebrities, isn't there? These overprivileged, rich celebrities. You just wonder where they get the balls to do it, wouldn't you? You really, really would. You just wonder why. I was just reading that this morning going, he's been found guilty of crimes that's, again, I don't really want to get into, but, you know, fucking hell, like, you've been found guilty, just do the time and, you know, I don't know. Some of these celebrities are just unbelievable. So it is unbelievable. So it is. Just the balls of some of them just to ask, you know. He was obviously caught doing what he was doing. So if you're caught, you do that. What's that old saying? Don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time, or whatever it is. Something like that. Anyway, which is just absolutely mental. But guys, I know I've been ranting on a little bit this morning, and I'm not very much subject to talk about, but that's why I wanted to make this podcast a little bit shorter today, because I'm still obviously boiling from last Friday. I mean, as I said, I was sitting here last Thursday doing the podcast, and I was just like, when the news broke, my phone started lighting up, and then I turned the TV on in the background. I pushed pause on the recorder, and I started seeing all that stuff and all, and I was like, oh my God, what is next? You know, I'm just afraid for, unless the government start cleaning up the acts of the streets. Like, guys, I'm not saying there's never going to be crime in the country again, whatever else, but that's not the case, because it's always going to be crimes no matter where you go. But these recent crimes of all these children and women all being killed, and illegal immigration, and the government land tours, and all the bullshit, and then this digital ID crap, which a lot of you have been getting in touch with me with, digital ID. That's another corruption. Here, by the way, do you know the story about that? Apparently it's Tony Blair's son who's actually running the company who is going to be making these digital IDs. And as I said to you before, Tony Blair's been pushing these since 2009. So what a coincidence that his son is behind it all. And I wonder how much money they're going to make out of that. Figure it out, guys. It's all bullshit. It's true. Search it up if you don't believe me. Tony Blair's son is going to be the guy behind the making these digital IDs if they go through. Which a lot of people are on backlash mode about that and saying it's not going to happen. So, but there you go. It's getting worse. Really, really is. It's getting worse. I want to go and answer some of your questions before I blow my lid. Sorry, but it's too early in the morning. I need more. I know very healthy coffees, but I need fucking more after this. Just listening and seeing these things going on in the world, just thinking to myself, right, I need to get off social media. I really do. Anyway, let's get into some of your questions. Guys, apologies again for last week's episode again. I don't know if I've apologized before, but I would seriously want to get kicked off the air. Anyway, let's get into some of your questions. I've got the emails open up here in front of me on my iPad, so I'm going to look at the emails and pick a few out. The ones that I was going to answer, the ones that one or two did answer in last week's episode recorded, I've actually responded to you personally, so I hope you've got their email back. So, but I did sit down at the weekend and make some time out on Sunday, I think it was. Sunday. Replied to a lot of you on the emails and the messages on Instagram and stuff, so thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Right, I've one here from Martin. Martin says on the email, "Hi Matthew, how's it going? I just wanted to give a wee question to you for your podcast about the digital ID for you and your listeners. Me and my partner and my whole family will not comply to the digital ID because we think it's a scam, it's a farce. They want to control us even more. They tried it during lockdown, then we responded by not planning to it anymore. Now they're going to try and do it again by watching everything that we do. Now all these rumours going around on the mainstream media say about controlling your bank, where you're going, where you're travelling, etc. If that's the case, then basically it's like North Korea. Matthew, what's your thoughts on this?" And that's Martin from Leeds. Martin from Leeds. Never been to Leeds. It's another place, it's another ground I'd love to go to, Elm Road, football ground. Martin, yeah, mate, it's just, it's from the rumours that I hear about what's going on with these digital IDs, I don't know. It's getting worse. You hear all these things about, they're going to control where you go, what you do. People are just saying to them, like, well, hold on, wait a second here, we've got a driver's license, a passport, national insurance number. Why do you need a digital ID? Why do you need a digital ID? You've got everything else you need. Is passports now digital? They're biometric passports. And you say, how do you know that, Matthew? I worked in the passport office, remember? I was working in the passport office when they started bringing in the wee chips into the back of the passports. Guys, if you had your passport renewed recently, go and check the back of it. It's a biometric passport. When they scan it through the computer, it gives you all your information. So why the fuck do we need a digital ID? Figure it out. It's all about control. And Martin, I agree with you. 100%. It's all about control. It is, and that's my opinion. Maybe I'm going to get the Facebook police at the door again, coming to get me and take me away for having an opinion. But again, I don't know. Again, guys, you have an up-to-date recent passport. It's called a biometric passport. All the wee digital pin, the wee chip in the back of the passport. That's what it's all about. We've got a UK driving licence, national insurance number, credit cards, bank accounts. What more do they need? So there you go. But Martin, thank you for your email. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Hope you and your family are keeping well. Oh, I don't know. Right, one here from Louise. Hi, Louise. How you doing, darling? Thank you for your email. It says, "Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well. The world is going bonkers as I listen to your podcast every single week. Just want to know, on a lighter note, what's your lovely plans for Christmas this year?" Thank you. Take care. Keep up the hard work. I love the vlogs as well. And she gave me 2 wee kisses at the end as well. So thank you for that. No hugs. I'm joking. No, Christmas quiet one again this year. Usual quiet Christmas. So I am very, very quiet Christmas this year. No hassle this year for me. That is definitely the plan for me this year. It was up to me to go away somewhere and get my head shot. Maybe go to Barbados or something. Maybe I'll win the lottery or something. I don't even do the lottery. I love to win some money. But there you go. But no, Christmas is going to be a quiet one this year. So it is. So, well, that's the plan for this year anyway. Right, one here from Joanne on the email says, "Hey Matthew, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well. Really sad news to hear about the guy who played Mickey Pearce from Only Fools and Horses passing away this past week. What's your thoughts on the guy who played Mickey Pearce? I thought he was so funny, especially when he was doing his wee skits with Rodney and Only Fools and Horses. Keep up the good work. Love listening to the podcast. All the best, Joanne. Joanne, I actually talked about that on the last episode that I recorded. Yeah, the guy played Mickey Pierce. That's another one gone from the TV show Only Fools and Horses. Very, very sad. There's not very many of them left. Actually, I was telling my dad about this the other day. Only ones who are really left now are Del Boy, Rodney, Marlene, Denzel. I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty well. And obviously the wee kid that played Del Boy's kid in the later episodes. Or Raquel and what do you call her? Raquel and what do you call Rodney's wife again? My head's been blank. Cassandra. I think they're the only ones that are left. Because, let me think, Mike the barman's dead. The other lad who just played behind the bar after that there, he's dead. Boise, Trigger, Mickey Pierce. Who else is gone now? My God, there's so bloody many of them away now. Boise, Mickey Pierce, there's so many gone now. Uncle Albert, Grandad. Most of the characters are all away now. Which is so sad for such an iconic programme. And I saw David Jason's, I've heard a few of David Jason's wee interviews he's done and wee statements now he made over the last few days about Mickey Pierce and all passing away, which was really, really sad. So it was, but I know, another one gone. So sad, Joanne. I mean, what can you do? It's just part of life. We all get old, and I seen a photograph of him there recently before he passed away too as well. And also we lost another one the other day as well. The girl played Mrs. Bucket, or Mrs. Bouquet, she called her character. Mrs. Bucket from Keeping Up Appearances, another great TV show. Came out and it started in 1990? For what my memory serves me right, 1990 that program started. My mum loves Mrs. Bucket, or Bouquet, as she called herself. Very, very funny program. But yeah, we're losing more and more of them by the day go by. So many icons of the business passing away now, which is so sad. So it is. But thank you for your email. I appreciate it. Let's go over to Instagram here, guys, and answer one or two here from Instagram before I head down the road here. Let's have a look and see, where are we? Instagram. One here from Shazzy. Just put her down as Shazzy. Every time I hear that name, Shazzy, I think of Shazzy Shankle, the girl here in Northern Ireland who's all over social media, who unfortunately passed away there last year, or was it this year? Can't remember. Wee girl who, God love her, she had a lot of issues and all caught up with her in the end, God love her. She was known as Shazzy Shankle, a bit of an online personality here in Northern Ireland. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look it up on TikTok, you'll see. She's one of them, not that she was irritating or nothing like that, it was just, obviously she's had a lot of demons, God love her, and she's no longer with us anymore, so every time I hear that name Shazzy, but it's short for Sharon or whatever, it sort of makes me think of that wee girl, because she was mad. But no, unfortunately she lost her battle with her demons there. I think it was last December she passed away. I think it was last December, for what I remember. Anyway, Shazzy writes to me on Instagram saying, "Hey Matt, how's it going? Just came across your YouTube channel there a few weeks ago and also started watching again recently. It's good to see you're out and about now, getting out there more than what you have been in the last couple of years, as I've been going back through and watching some of your videos over the last couple of years. Good to see you back out there again, walking a lot, getting out more, especially on your own, which is good to see. A lot of people could take a lot from watching those videos, opposed to people who live on their own." Okay, thank you. I hope you're keeping well. I hope your health is better very, very soon, as you have talked about your health on your videos, which I've watched. Sending big hugs, and I hope you're keeping well along with your family, your two beautiful kids, your mum and dad, and your brother. That's from Shazzy. Thank you. I appreciate that, Shazzy. Yeah, I'm just trying to get up and get out as much as I can now, because again, I talked about it before in the podcast. I was going through a lot of hard times, and I kept it all to myself and didn't do it. But now I'm trying to get up more. I'm going to football more on my own now. I'm going out and doing things and taking myself to places and just trying to get out more. You know what I mean? So, because at the end of the day, I'm at a time in my life now where I know I've made a lot of mistakes. I know I've done a lot of things which has resulted in a lot of hurt for me. I've lost a lot of people who are close to me. I've been through a lot of shit over the last lot of years, which I kept to myself. But now it's like, right, now I need to get up and start living, because at the end of the day, guys, life is too short. I've said this 100 times in this podcast before. Life is too short. So it is. But anyway, thank you for your message. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Right, let's go on here and have a lower one here from Emily. Emily on Instagram says, "Hey Matthew, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well. I've been watching your YouTube channel for 2 years now and love all your videos, especially your travel videos, as I'm a bit of a travel enthusiast myself. I'm a single girl, aged 42 years of age, also from Northern Ireland. Oh, hello. But love to travel on trains, buses, airplanes, and try and get out as much as I can to travel the country. I had a partner for 13 years, but unfortunately he tragically passed away suddenly. Oh God, it's hard to read that. Oh geez. He passed away suddenly back in 2015. I've been on my own ever since. I have not decided to go with anybody or date even again because I don't feel I'm ready. So my passion from that is working and also travelling across our beautiful country of Northern Ireland and also the UK. I will eventually pass her out to Europe and beyond in the coming years, but at the moment I'm happy enough travelling around our beautiful country and also the UK as well. It's been a tough few times for me over the years, but I find YouTubers and podcasters help me get through a day, especially when I'm having a down day. I came across your YouTube channel, as I said, 2 years ago, and I've been watching you, and I feel it's one of the inspirations, along with Lad Baby, which I'm sure you've probably heard of. Yes, I've heard of Lad Baby, yep, I have indeed. But I watch you guys all the time, and you make me smile. So keep up the good work, and I hope you find your happiness as well in your life, as I know you've been through a lot of tragedy yourself. But keep up the head, Matthew, and keep going forward. That is an unbelievable email or message. Sorry, on Instagram. Emails was there. Message on Instagram. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's... Well, first of all, I'm going to say sorry for your loss. Obviously, it's been a while back. But again, there's nothing worse than losing somebody who you love. No, there's not. There's nothing worse in the world than losing somebody who you love. There's nothing worse in the world. So there's not, especially when you love that person with everything you have, and then all of a sudden they're gone. You know what I mean? But you always have the good memories and take it around with them in your heart, always. You always do. But when I get emails like that, that's just heartbreaking. Listen, thank you for obviously, I'm just me, you know, and at the end of the day, if my videos help you smile, then brilliant. You know, you say here you're from Northern Ireland as well. Hopefully one day I'll run into you. Maybe we'll get on a train together. We'll take a wee train journey and we'll talk about life. I'm only kidding. But no, honestly, you know, it's so difficult. And again, this is what I'm doing at the minute too, this journey I'm going through too, where I feel like getting up some days and going on a train, and when I'm sitting on them trains and I'm looking out the window and I'm thinking to myself, we live in such a lovely country. And, you know, we could be out there seeing more of it. And that's what I need to do as well to help get out for my mental health as well. And it sounds like it's your wee go-to pleasure as well to help you cope with your daily, day-to-day bits and bobs that you're doing. And obviously your heartbreak over you losing your partner a few years ago, which is really sad to hear. And it's a tragedy. Sudden death as well. Oh, I'm sure that broke your... I'm sure you're still heartbroken, like. But to have it like that ripped away so quickly. Oh, just the thoughts of it. Absolutely heartbreaking. But thank you for opening up to the email and sharing your story with us. Guys, this is what this podcast is about. Send your stories. You know, tell me what's going on in the world. What's going on in your life. You want to talk about something or bring a subject up, send me an email, send me an Instagram message. That's what this podcast is for. You know what I mean? But thank you for opening up to me and thank you for sharing your story. And if I run into you one day, I will give you a big, massive hug. And, you know, say you're a good person and you're a strong person and you need to just get out there and life is move forward. And I'm sure your partner, you know, would have wanted you to move forward. And I'm not necessarily saying go and meet anybody else in the relationship. I'm talking about you as a person, moving forward, trying to be stronger, push forward as a good person. Because I'll tell you what, see, most days now, believe it or not, I'm on camera and I'm smiling and laughing and joking and making Liverpool videos and going to matches not there. But there's days on the inside, my fucking head's about to explode. And I feel like crying every day. But that's why I get up and go, right, no, I'm not going to sit here no more today. I'm not going to have a shitty day. I'm going to go and get a shower, and I'm going to get up, and I'm going to get dressed, and I'm going to go out the door, and I'm going to go and do something today. Whether it be go to on a train journey like the other week, or I went to Coleraine for the day, or poured it down the week before, or get up and do things like that. Create things in your life to make your life better. Because I sat around for years, and I'm talking years, doing nothing in my life, just like a robot. Work, home, kiddies, wife, bed. Work, home, kiddies, wife, bed. Obviously went out and done a few things now and again throughout the year, but not living life to the full potential. And that's I look at it as part of my journey of learning. You know what I mean? And I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm the first to admit to it. But the fact that you've opened up to me today and you've told me your story, just keep pushing forward. And that's exactly what your partner would have wanted to. He'd have wanted you to keep pushing forward too. And I'm sure he's very, very proud of you. So he is. But thank you for your message, and thank you for sharing your story with me today. I appreciate it. Guys, that is it. I'm going to wrap it up now. I know obviously I've been sort of going on and on a wee bit more today, but I'll talk more on Thursday with you. So there'll be more subjects and things like that on Thursday, and I'll be trying my best to try and maintain my composure more and try and calm down. Because at the end of the day, the UK is going fucking mad, and I need another day or two to go away and calm down. But anyway, I'm going to be recording a vlog today. I'm going to be recording a match day vlog today as well. So 2 more videos coming up on the channel today, guys. I'm going to be doing more vlogs over the week, this week as well. A lot of you been contacting me with football ones I'm going to this week. I don't know yet. I'll announce it on social media. I'll be doing as many vlogs as I can this week, guys, because I have got a lot of other stuff going on away from YouTube and away from all that. So you got to give me time. So you do. But I'll be back on Thursday 100% for another podcast, so bear with me. I'll be back on Thursday. And also, if you want to nominate a jackass of the week this week, you know what to do. Send me an email, send me an Instagram message, whatever it is. I'll put them all together, all the ones that stand out the most, and then we'll pick a jackass of the week for Thursday. But that is it for now. So don't forget to get in touch with me. MurrayPodcast@yahoo.com. If you're listening to us on social media, all the links I talked about today are on in the description if you're watching here on YouTube. The audio of the podcast, all the stores there, FTBL spots there, all our social media links are on the description. Please subscribe and like the video. If you're listening to us today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, add us to your favorites. I would appreciate it, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's us for today. So I'm going to go now and get this put together. Hopefully get it out just after lunchtime today, and then head down the road to head out for the afternoon, and then up to football tonight. So it's going to be another busy day. Right, I'll calm down a little bit. I'm not going to have any more coffee, because if I have any more coffee, I'll be running around like I'm fucking on drugs with 4 or 5 coffees. I mean, no, I need to calm down. Tea, or maybe just a bottle of water. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Gary Neville will be suspended or sacked by Thursday. We'll have something to talk about then. We'll see. Right, guys, hope you all have a good enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'll see you back here on Thursday for another episode of the Murray Podcast. Enjoy your days, guys. Be safe. And I'll see you back here, hopefully feeling a little bit more better and not wild up and annoyed and angry like them people over the water annoy me sometimes. Right, till the next one, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me talk nonsense for an hour. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for listening.